right, let's just jump right in. If you've spent any time with Jenkins, you know this feeling. You're staring at a blank Jenkins file, and you've got this big decision to make: scripted or declarative. It's a huge choice, and honestly, it can define your whole CI/CD setup. And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? What are you really after? Do you want that raw, almost untamed power of a full-on programming language? Or are you looking for something cleaner, more structured, something a bit more modern? As we're about to find out, the answer, well, it's not as simple as you might think. It's honestly like a tale of two completely different philosophies. You've got declarative over here, which is all about simplicity, structure, and making things easy to read. And then you have scripted, which is just pure, unadulterated power and flexibility. This is the core trade-off we're going to dig into. But here's the thing you got to remember. There's no magic bullet here. There isn't one right answer for everybody. The best choice for you really boils down to three key things. First, how complex is your stuff? Second, what's your team's skill set like? And finally, how much do you care about being able to maintain this thing 6 months from now? Okay, so let's start with the new kid on the block, the one that's usually recommended these days. We're talking about declarative pipelines, simple and structured. So what the heck is it? Well, declarative is the newer syntax, and it was built from the ground up to be super structured. The entire point, the whole reason it exists, is to make your Jenkins files dead simple to read, easy to review when you're looking at a pull request, and way, way easier to maintain down the road. And this is where it gets really cool, and you can see why it's so user-friendly. Declarative comes packed with all these built-in goodies that you'd normally have to code from scratch. You know, things like clear stages, post conditions, environment variables, even running stages in parallel. It's all just there. And here's the kicker, a huge, huge win. It actually validates your syntax before you run the pipeline. No more waiting 5 minutes to find out you had a typo. So when should you reach for this? Honestly, for most of your standard workflows, the classic build, test, deploy, it's perfect. It's also a game changer if you want every project on your team to look and feel the same. Or, and this is a big one, if you've got new people joining, they can get up to speed so much faster. It really flattens that learning curve. But what if standard just doesn't cut it for you? What if your pipeline is a little more unique? Okay, let's flip the coin and talk about the other side. Welcome to the world of scripted pipelines, where it's all about power and total flexibility. Now, scripted is the OG, the original way of doing things. And you have to understand it's not just a configuration file, it's straight up groovy code. That means you're not just describing a pipeline, you're programming it. It gives you this incredible fine-grained control over literally everything that happens. And that right there is the key difference. We're not just talking about lining up a few steps. With scripted, you are writing a program. You can do loops, if-else statements, try-catch blocks, write your own custom functions, pull in external libraries. Seriously, if you can code it in Groovy, you can do it in your pipeline. The sky is the limit. Now, all that power isn't just for show. It's absolutely essential for some really complex situations. Imagine you need to generate your pipeline stages on the fly based on some file or API call. Or maybe you're juggling hundreds of microservices, each with its own weird, quirky build process. That's when you need scripted. It's for those times when your CI/CD process stops being a simple pipeline and starts becoming a full-blown automation framework. So, okay, we've got simplicity and structure on one side and raw power on the other. Sounds like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? Well, what if I told you that you don't have to choose? Let's talk about what's really considered the best practice today, the hybrid approach. And this is the aha moment for a lot of people. It's not an either-or situation. You can absolutely have that beautiful, clean, readable structure of a declarative pipeline and still drop down into the raw power of scripted for those little moments when you really, really need it. Yeah, take a look at this. It really puts things in perspective, right? For the overwhelming majority of what people do, I'm talking like 80, even 90% of all CI/CD workflows out there, declarative is all you need. It handles all the common stuff perfectly. So the idea is you always start with declarative as your base. So how do you actually do this? It's all thanks to this one little magic word, the script block. Think of it like a bridge. You can just pop a script block right inside one of your declarative stages, and boom, you're writing raw groovy code, but only in that one specific spot. The rest of your pipeline stays clean and readable. It really is a simple recipe. Step 1, write your whole pipeline using that nice, clean declarative structure. Step 2, when you get to that one tricky part, that one stage that needs some crazy custom logic, you just wrap that little piece of code in a script block. That's it. You literally get the best of both worlds. All right, let's wrap this up. How do you take all this information and actually make a decision for your next project? What's the final takeaway? Think of this as your go-to guide. Your default should always be to start with declarative. It's better for your team. It's easier to maintain. You should only ever reach for a fully scripted pipeline if you're building something incredibly complex, something more like a custom automation platform. But for 99% of us, the answer is the hybrid model. Start declarative and sprinkle in those script blocks where you need that extra firepower. Because let's be real, at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. You're not just hacking together a script for this afternoon. You're building a critical piece of infrastructure that needs to be solid, that your whole team can understand, and that won't fall over when your project gets bigger. And that hybrid approach, that's your best bet for getting there. So I'll just leave you with this final thought. Your projects are never going to stand still, right? They're only going to get more complex. So the real question you have to ask yourself is, how are you going to balance the simplicity you need to move fast today with the power you're almost certainly going to need tomorrow?